I made a list. There's an action-packed show tonight. Are you ready? Are you ready to get into tonight's topics?
Lay them on me. I'm here. I am, because of potential sickness, there's no alcohol tonight, but water. But fancy water.
Fancy one. All right. We're gonna start off top of the show. Two trailers I want to talk about. One, I already told Gabe that we were talking about it about 5 minutes ago. And kind of this one caught me by surprise. I'm talking about what's his name? Hopper. David Harbour. David Harbour.
David
right?
Harbour.
Yes. Surprised everybody with a trailer for a movie called Violent Night, which, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Like, okay, the trailer started and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then it starts getting into what it's getting into, and before you realize that Santa, at least in the trailers, kind of like being portrayed as the badass hero, I guess. It almost seems like he's just an evil Santa. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, are they fucking giving the big budget treatment to Silent Night, Deadly Night? Is that what the fuck is it? Like, the first like 30 seconds of that trailer, I was feeling some emotions. Where I was like, what is happening right now? But alas, no. It's kind of almost just like a badass Home Alone, if you will, but with Santa instead of Macaulay Culkin. Little Kevin McAllister.
You know what it is? It's the movie within the movie from Scrooged, where Santa has to defend. Those crazy sons of bitches, they did it.
They did it.
They did.
But oh shit, Lucy.
Lucy with the year. Has it
What?
been a year?
Been a year.
It's been a year.
Computer don't lie.
Does better math than I do.
Thank you for the year of service.
Yes, thank you for the year of your support to, well, our ramblings. And they're good ramblings, though.
We hope. But you know what, once I kind of calmed down from the excitement and I was like, okay, this isn't Silent Night, Deadly Night, and I'm like, I don't know how my brain wasn't ready to process if that would have been a good thing or a bad thing if it was. I know that that would have been one of the rare occasions where Discord's not good enough, text is not good enough. I straight up I have the man's number in case of emergencies. Like I would call you and I'd be like, did my eyes deceive me, sir?
I'm kind of surprised you didn't.
Well, like I said, if it was, I would have. But I was getting some vibes. Once I calmed down, though, I was getting some vibes. Though, what was that? I can't remember the name of it. But last Christmas, when we were doing our run of Christmas movies, I picked a movie, and it was kind of like an anthology setup movie, and it had the radio. Was it Shatner? Was it Shatner that was the radio?
Yeah,
And
it was that evil Christmas story thing.
Right. And Santa had to like beat the shit out of like a troll or Krampus or some shit like that. One of the small stories was that, and I was getting kind of those vibes after I calmed down, and I'm like, they just made an entire movie about that segment. Why not?
And no complaints, really.
And you know what? I like that. I don't know if we've mentioned this before. We've brought up actors who have put in time, done the business roles. They've made their chunk of change. And now they kind of just do what's fun. They don't give it doesn't matter anymore. like again, I like to always bring up Elijah Wood. Like he did the fucking the blockbuster dramas. He did the Lord of the Rings there. Now he's like, like doing like Come to Daddy and you know what I mean? He's having a good time. He's having a good time. A Christmas Horror Story. Yes,
That
thank you,
is the
Chandler.
one.
Yes. Yes.
You know who the OG of getting their money and doing whatever the hell they wanted to was?
Hmm.
Mr. John Carpenter.
Oh yeah.
He,
Oh yeah.
dude's got it made. Do you want to make a movie about a kung fu movie with Chinese mysticism set in Chinatown, starring Kurt Russell as a truck driver?
You know,
Yeah.
you know what was funny? I'm glad you brought up John Carpenter because I hope you saw that story that was going around where, like, I guess at first he was talking about retirement after Halloween ends, but then I guess he like took a moment, put the bong down, and he must have gone through all of the Assassin Creeds, and somebody was like, "Have you ever checked out Dead Space?"
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "This would make a great movie," because now he's like, he was going on saying how Dead Space would make a great movie.
If that's his comeback movie,
Just
like his
imagine, as long as it's not all computer. I'm just imagining The Thing, but Dead Space.
see, I want him to make the Thing video game into a movie, so we finally get
Hmm.
our full story, and people can stop saying that Childs was the Thing because you find out in the first minute of the game that he was not. So I would like that, but Dead Space, you're talking about a game that is mortifying. It has some of the scariest glitches in it too, especially if your face turns inside out. Somehow work that into the movie. I want it. And Carpenter stoned ass, alleged.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say that David Harbour is like, I don't think that he's at that level, but at the same time, nice. At the same time, he's kind of just always been that guy where he doesn't seem like the guy. He just does what he wants to do regardless. Like it almost seems like being an actor is like whatever to him. He's like if he sees nothing that is interesting to him, he's like, I guess I'm just not an actor for a while.
it must be kind of
Thankfully, everything he's done, he's at least gotten a good fucking return on for like paycheck wise, so he can continue to live this way.
I mean, I'm thinking about it too. Like, yeah, he had an excellent run of that, and he was in a James Bond movie, if I recall correctly. So, like, he can legitimately say that he has done it all at this point.
And what was it, that Hellboy movie? Uh, like I said, like I saw the image of it when it was announced that he was going to be the new Hellboy. Just the image alone, I was like, that looks fucking awesome. I saw the trailer and I'm like, this looks fucking awful. And then I watched the movie and I'm like, that wasn't that bad. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't like everything that the trailer scared me about was not in the movie.
We'll call that the Hellraiser test, potentially. If you're going through every emotion on the spectrum.
So, but I'll be interested to see that. Put Hopper as a fucking drunk, pissed off Santa with a baseball bat, like fucking Negan. Sure, I'm there. You know, violent Home Alone, but instead of old man with a shovel, it's Santa with a bat.
You know, I don't remember if you were watching with us. We actually got Violent Home Alone.
Oh,
We got
was that the one with the kid? What was it? Code
Dial
Christmas,
Code Santa
Crypt
Claus.
or something. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that was 2 years ago. I think that in the Joe Bob Christmas special, something like
Yeah.
that. Because that was when I was in Michigan. Yeah, no, that was a good fucking movie. Surprisingly, that was a good fucking movie. Didn't
I'm
they
just
say
saying.
that there's a rumor that what was his name, John Hughes, stole the fucking idea of that to make Home Alone?
He went to Cannes when it premiered and then came out with the Home Alone script the next year, I think is what it was. Or 6 months later or something.
Let's chalk that up to convenience.
No one wants to sit through a French horror movie, but they will sit through the most masochist ass American family movie about a kid who pretty much could have called the cops to end that at any point, but he wanted them to hurt, and he made them hurt.
Hate them.